Good morning. Good to see everyone. Our practice this week, we'll be moving towards some dolphin exploration, and then heart opening alongside that, and hamstring opening to facilitate that direction of moving towards dolphin for the physical practice. And then in terms of something to hold in our hearts as we move and breathe, I took a class on Sunday. My friend was visiting from out of town and she was teaching at a studio in Seattle. And I spent the first 10 minutes probably of class in child's pose crying and just feeling this sense of surrender. And for the first time in a long time, feeling like I could just let my yoga practice hold me. And I think I spend a lot of time teaching and then holding the space for others, and it was a gift and a reminder that this practice is here to help us hold ourselves and our humanness. And it was just this reminder that in the yoga space, you don't have to show up perfectly, and that you can show up raw, and you can show up with all the hoops that you're looking at that are asking you to jump through this and to go over here, and whatever obstacles might be on your path at the moment. And that no matter what you are navigating or traversing through, whatever turbulence is moving around or within you, your yoga practice is there to help you hold it and to hold you. And what a gift it is that we get to show up to our mats and experience that sense of surrender to being the version of ourselves beneath the surface that we often allow the world to see of us. And so I hope that when you step onto your yoga mat, there is that invitation to show up, right, with all the different layers and complexities that are you, that you give yourself permission to set down this needing to be perfect, or this needing to be XYZ, whatever that is for you, that we carry with us as we wander through in the outside world and through our days, and that for at least 60 minutes, we can show up fully human. With that, we're just going to start in a comfortable seat, either cross-legged or virasana on your shins. And just take a moment to begin to settle into your space, adjusting your seat until you feel supported, until you feel that sensation of being held. You feel your sitting bones anchor into the earth or to your yoga block if you're sitting on a prop. Use your next inhale to grow tall and proud through your heart and the crown of your head. As you exhale, feel a softening through your shoulders. Again, that sense of surrender to this practice. As you deepen your breath, let the deepening of your breath guide you a little bit deeper into yourself. Maybe towards those spaces, those corners that we are perhaps afraid to look sometimes. As you deepen your breath and as you look deep inside, again, welcoming your whole self to this practice this morning, each and every layer. And giving yourself permission to show up as you are, and to really ask this practice for what you need. If there is a specific sense of support that you're craving, a reminder for your heart, You ask this practice to offer you that. Allowing the shapes, the movements, the breath to provide you exactly what you need this morning to support you throughout the rest of this day. And giving ourselves over to the power of the yoga practice and to help us heal and to help us navigate. And let your next breath in be a little bit deeper and more expansive. Fill up all the way to the tops of your lungs. When you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release, just let it go. Again, just like that, a deep, expansive inhale. And then when you're ready, a clearing, cleansing exhale to release. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, Ujjayi breath in. And through your nose, a strong Ujjayi breath out. And same thing, Ujjayi, inhale through your nose. And through your nose, an Ujjayi exhale. And just take a few more breaths, experiencing the sensations of being human. Maybe the aches, the stickiness, the flow of your breath, the feeling of your heartbeat in your chest. And over these couple cycles of breath, just whenever it feels right to transition, giving yourself time and space, there's no rush. Start to make our way into just full body stretch, reaching hands up to the sky. Take a nice big breath in, maybe eyes still closed. And then on your exhale, goddessing your arms, press your upper arm bones back and use your shoulder blades to press your sternum up and forward. And then inhale, hands reach high again. And twice more just like that. Exhale, goddess arms. Maybe a slight lift of your chin towards the sky. And one more time, deep breath in, lift and lengthen, feel your ribcage float a little bit further from your pelvis. And exhale, goddess arms. And from here, just shifting towards your tabletop pose, right? Adjusting to all fours, so shoulders to stack over your wrists. Hips come to stack above your knees. With an inhale, begin to scoop your heart and tailbone tall to the sky. Think about pulling your ribcage forward and think about pressing your pelvis back. And on your exhale, begin to push the earth away, tuck and curl to your cat pose. Think chin to chest, tailbone to the earth. And follow your breath through 2 more slow cycles. Inhale to slowly peel open. And follow your exhale to push the earth away around your spine. Feel that separation of your shoulder blades at the back of your heart. Then a final cycle. Inhale, feeling the length along your front line. Sit bones spread, and then as you exhale, press and curl, creating space across the back of your torso. And start to find neutral through your spine. Hips stay high. Walk your hands out in front of you for Anahatasana. You can be on your fingertips or your palms. Dive your chest down towards the earth. Strong energy traveling down the lengths of your arms. Take a breath in. And see if your exhale can invite you to surrender a little bit more. You soften towards the earth. Feeling that sense of letting go. From here, we're going to slither forward into our Sphinx pose, so bending at your elbows. Slide forward, bring your hips to the earth. You may need to adjust your elbows a little bit here so that your elbows are stacked directly beneath your shoulders. Forearms to parallel lines. Start to travel a ton of energy down the lengths of your legs, like you're stretching energy out through your toes to the back of your yoga mat. Push down through your forearms to find an upward boost through your heart and crown. And then think about pulling your rib cage forward and up through your biceps. Take a nice big breath in, feeling the back of your body ignite. Strong through your glutes, strong through your core center. Then exhale to a belly down Shavasana. Elbows go wide. Rest your forehead at the backs of your hands and take a breath. Moving towards our gecko pose, we're going to send our hands wider than our yoga mat. Fingertips tend to the earth, elbows point to the sky. With a breath in, begin to lift your heart up any amount. So this can be just a little lift, active push through your fingertips. Stay here as you exhale. Take a moment to assess. If you wanted to lift higher, feel free to use your next breath in to do so. Just check in with your low back, make sure that feels okay for your body. And as we exhale, incorporating our twist, left shoulder is going to dip across towards the right side. Look over to the right side of the room. With your next inhale, rise up through your center, reset. Then exhale for a second, side right shoulder reaches across, just your gaze at the left. And then breathe in, lift and lengthen. And exhale to lower down. Bring your hands to frame your rib cage. And just take a slow journey back to child's pose. Let your knees go wide and settle your hips to your heels. Take a breath in, feeling the back of your body expand. As you exhale, feel a sense of sinking. Hips get a little bit heavier to your heels. We're going to travel through tabletop into downward facing dog. So take your time. Just eventually tuck your toes and send your pelvis up and back. Go ahead and bend your right knee really generously and reach your left heel to the earth. Relaxing your head, big push through your arms. Take a breath in. And your exhale, slowly switch. Bend into your left knee. Reach your right heel towards the earth. Recreate that big push through your arms. And take a breath in. As you exhale, soften both knees. Press your heart up and back towards your upper thighs. Think about extending from crown to tailbone. And take a little wander to the top of your yoga mat to arrive in your forward fold, Uttanasana. And soft knees, heavy head. Take a moment just to experience your forward fold. Explore any movements that would feel good. Ragdoll or arms nice and heavy. Maybe a little bit of movement through the skull, yes and no, to release through your neck, your cervical spine. Take one more deep breath into the back of your heart space. As you exhale, start to release your arms to the earth if you have that ragdoll variation. We're going to inhale to roll up to standing. Head and arms and tailbone stay heavy. And at the top, big shoulder shrug to open your chest. Breathing in, reach your hands to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands to heart. Maybe invite your eyes to soften shut. You feel your body in space and feel the earth beneath you. And taking a moment to honor the humanness, right? The many layers and complexities that create each of us and connects each of us to one another. Right? Generous breath in through the nose, nice and full. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. We'll inhale, hands reach high, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, soft knees, goddess arms. And start to melt forward through a little swan dive. Heart leads the way as you hinge at your hips, tipping to the earth. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. And then step into your high plank with a breath out. Take a moment just to establish a really strong intentional plank position. Think about creating as much buoyancy as you can. So as you push through your hands, send upward energy through your thigh bones, strong inner thighs and glutes as well. And then feel your core energetically encouraging your front hip bones towards your low ribs. So there's this basket of support right at your belly. On your next inhale, find a shift forward to your tippy toes. And then knees up or down, slow descent all the way to the earth. Think about extension of your crown of your head forward as your elbows press gently back. And we'll untuck our toes and use an inhale to peel into a low cobra, lift through your heart. Feel the power of the muscles along your spine, and then exhale to release. And we're going to walk back into our Sphinx pose. So elbows return to stack beneath your shoulders. Super strong glutes and legs. Push down through your forearms. And then option here, think about engaging your core super strong. Press into your hands and maybe hover your elbows off the earth. Think about sliding your shoulder blades towards each other, igniting the muscles at the back of your body, the back of your heart. Shoulders stay out of ears. Just take one more breath in, wrapping the elbows in. And then exhale to release elbows to the earth. Moving towards a gentle forearm plank, we're going to tuck our toes as we inhale. And then use your exhale to lift into your forearm plank. Really recruit your quadriceps, your thighs. You can always bring your knees to the earth while maintaining that alignment of hips in line with shoulders if you want a little bit of extra support. Otherwise, just trying on your forearm plank for one more big breath in. Good. On your exhale, sinking back into your Sphinx pose. Untuck your toes, elbows go wide, and rest your forehead against the backs of your hands. Take a breath just to experience that sensation. Letting it move through your body. And then start to bring your hands to frame your rib cage. Moving towards our upward facing dog, we're going to inhale to lengthen through our arms. Right? Hover your thighs. Really think about, again, sending energy and length out through your toes and up through your crown. And then downward facing dog, hips go up and back. In our down dog, we're going to inhale right leg to the sky, three-legged. Now keep your right leg long and strong. Either flex your foot or point your toes. And keeping your right leg long, just start to open your right hip towards the right. And then squeeze in the outer glute. So right leg is long and extended, right outer seat is active. Take a big breath in. And exhale, knee to nose, pull your thigh forward through the center. Good. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg re-extends. As soon as you exhale, place your right foot forward between your hands for your low lunge. Maybe climbing up to your fingertips, cow lunge. Left knee's going to dip to hover or tap the earth. Squeeze your left seat and activate through the inner thighs as well. Take an extra breath in. And exhale, we're going to step into a cross-legged forward fold. So press down through your right foot. Cross your left ankle behind your right. Bend your knees and dive down. Okay. So your left pinky toe does not need to be near your right pinky toe. So left foot can be further back in space. You want at least a little micro bend through our left knee. Head heavy. The soles of both feet are grounded. At any point, if this cross-legged version just doesn't feel right for your body, you can take a regular forward fold instead. Okay, from here, we'll start to unwind our legs to that traditional forward fold, left foot beside your right, and inhale to a halfway lift. As you exhale, start to move towards a chair pose, send your hips back in space, and use your breath in to lift your heart and hands. On your exhale, airplane your arms beside you. And inhale, rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Right hand will grab your left wrist, and your breath out, lean to your right side, body stretch. As you breathe into your left side body, start to soften your knees a little bit. We're going to melt down to the right to our forward fold. It's just a slow trickle down to the earth. And to our forward fold at center. Breathe in to lift up halfway. And then exhale to return to your high plank position. From your strong plank, inhale glides you forward. Knees up or down, exhale to the earth, slow and strong. Untuck your toes. Inhale to a low or maybe a high cobra this time, really recruiting the strength of your body. Legs super active to support the spine. And release as you are ready. Elbows beneath shoulders, Sphinx pose. Again, inhale to find a strong push. As you exhale, tuck your toes and lift into your forearm plank. Now, keeping your elbows and your feet where they are in space, use an inhale to pike your hips up and back towards this elongated dolphin. Super strong center. And exhale, core stays strong as you shift forward, forearm plank. Again, so try not to scoot your feet closer to your elbows. We inhale, pike up through the center, big push through the forearms. And exhale, forearm plank. Maybe one more. Inhale from your core, pike your hips up. And exhale forward through your forearm plank. Sphinx pose, toes untuck. Elbows wide, rest your forehead to the earth. Take a breath in. Maybe an open mouth exhale out. Traveling through up dog to down dog. Hands frame your rib cage. Inhale to push the earth away. Again, think about getting as long as you can from crown to toes. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll check in with our second side. Inhale is going to send your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, relax your head. Keeping your left leg long, just open your hip to the left. Squeeze from your outer left seat. See how it feels to press your right hip towards the left side of the room. Take a nice big breath. With your exhale, knee to nose one time, shift forward through center. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. And exhale to step your left foot forward for your cow lunge. Let your right knee sink to hover or all the way to the ground. And then really activate here, engage your right glute, squeeze through your inner thighs. And from that engagement, feel a little reach of your heart forward. Take a breath. When you're ready for your cross-legged forward fold, kind of move without momentum. So push into your left foot. Use your core to cross your right ankle behind your left. And softness to the knees, heavy head. Then a little shift across the soles of your feet. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. When you're ready to unwind your legs, find your traditional forward fold, feet either together or hips distance. Inhale to your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling through chair pose, Utkatasana. Think knees and shin bones stay back as you send your hips down, reaching through your fingertips. Breathe length along your spine. We'll exhale through our airplane arms. And then inhale, root to rise, reaching to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Left hand catches your right wrist. Soften your shoulders out of your ears and then take a little lean to the left. And try to find neutral through your neck. Take a breath into your right side. Just soften your knees and we're going to drip down to the left through our side bend into forward fold. So just stretching through your right side body until you arrive at center, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. And high plank as you breathe out. We'll take a traditional chaturanga this time and then we'll revisit our sphinx and dolphin things later. So with your inhale, slide forward. As you exhale, knees up or down, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. And follow your next breath in to open your heart up, dog or cobra. And use your exhale to return to downward facing dog. And so you arrive in your down dog. Deep breath through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. And keeping your down dog, bring your feet about hips distance apart. And a little upper body stabilization here. Stay strong for your left hand and then start to reach your right hand up and back towards your right hip. So it's just like you're like karate chopping up towards the sky, right hand reaching up. Take a breath in. And exhale, release your right hand back to the earth. Finding second side, reach your left arm along your left side body, reaching your fingertips up and back towards the sky alongside your left hip. Take a breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll inhale, right leg to the sky. Use your exhale to keep your leg long, but open your hip and squeeze from your glute. Feel your in-breath. Then exhale, knee to nose through center. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg reaches. Exhale, right knee towards your right shoulder, slow and strong. Inhale, three-legged dog. Then one more, right knee towards left tricep, breath out. Maintain the distance between shoulders and ears. Three-legged dog, inhale. And place your right foot forward for your cow lunge as you exhale. Rising to your fingertips, breathe in, left knee sinks to hover or tap the ground. And then on your breath out, start to find your cross-legged forward fold, left ankle behind your right. Take an inhale and an exhale. Begin to lean into your right foot. Gentle standing splits, foot your left leg towards the sky, any amount, big breath in. Maybe, like we did in our three-legged dog, use an exhale to open your left hip and squeeze from your left glute to lift your left leg higher with your inhale. And exhale, bending your knees, super slow step towards your chair pose. Once your left foot is on the earth, use a breath to rise up, Utkatasana. We're going to find our airplane arms. An option to keep really active, intentional airplane arms, thumbs turned wide, pinky fingers in, palms facing the ground. Or you can interlace your hands behind your back for a chest expansion bind. Make sure the core is supporting. You're pressing your collarbones wide across your chest, and your hands can rest on your sacrum, or you can have them lifted up and away. We're going to come to left foot and right tippy toes. So this can be your base position, or you can flamingo your right heel up towards your right seat, and this could be your base position, either way. And keep your torso pretty much exactly where it is in space. As you inhale, just reach your right tippy toes to just tap the earth behind you. It doesn't have to be like a full lunge, just a little tap. As you exhale, return to that base position, either flamingo right leg or right tippy toes beside your left foot. Do that one more inhale, right foot just taps back again, keeping the torso pretty much in place. And exhale back to your base position. This time we're going to go all the way to a high crescent lunge. So maybe reach a little further with your right toes. If you have the bind, release that big circle seat to high crescent, breath in. On your exhale, open up through warrior two. To release our left hip, let's inhale, reverse triangle just for a moment. Left leg lengthens, left hand reaches up and back. Then exhale, swim forward to an extended side angle. As you swim forward, right hand's going to go all the way up and overhead. And this time, keeping left knee bent. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle to pause. Take a moment here, shrug the shoulders onto your back body. Feel your front ribs drawing to the back of your torso. Feel your pelvis being gently guided underneath you. So you're like that Pop-Tart in a toaster oven. Your left forearm is pressing into left thigh to create space between shoulder and ear. We're going to take a breath in, and then as you exhale, start to swim your right hand to reach to the back of the room, and turn your gaze to look out in front of your yoga mat, pulling right shoulder away from right ear to get a stretch to the right side of your neck. Take one more breath here. Super strong through both feet. I'm starting to find just like neutral through your gaze, whatever feels good for your neck. We'll inhale to reverse our triangle again. As you exhale, traveling through a star pose, all 10 toes turn to the long edge of your mat. Reach both hands high. Take a big breath to lift ribs away from pelvis. And exhale, lateral onto the right. So you're going to bend into your right knee, bring hands to heart. We're not going all the way to Skandasana unless you want to, because we're going to go right back up, and that's a little bit extra tricky. Good, press through your right heel, feeling your right glute. Bring you back to your star pose as you inhale. Take it to the left. Hips go back, 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 and down. Again, think about pressing through left heel. Think about moving left knee back in space as you rise in the power of left glute with breath in. Start to tip down through center for your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale through your nose. Maybe exhale out of your mouth. Bending into left knee, crawl around to face forward. Low lunge to the front of your yoga mat. Then when you're ready, root through your hands and find your three-legged dog. Big breath in, left leg lifts and lengthens. Keeping your left leg long as you exhale, open your hip. Squeeze from your left glute, take a breath in. Left knee to nose, squaring off through center, breath out. Three-legged dog, inhale your left leg to the sky. Left knee, left shoulder, slide forward. Maybe it connects, maybe not. Either is fine. And three-legged dog, big breath in. Left knee, right tricep is your next exhale. A slow shift forward. Three-legged dog, full inhale. Left foot to the front of your yoga mat, using your exhale to support the transition. And then sink your right knee to dip or hover cow lunge. Big, big breath in. As you are ready, cross-legged forward fold, right ankle steps behind your left. Melt down and give yourself a full round of breath here. Maybe just trying to slow things down again. And start to lean into your left foot and sweep your right leg up to your standing split. You can keep your hips square, or you can experiment with opening your right hip. You really want to make sure you're recruiting that outer glute energy to help lift the energy up and out of your standing hip. We'll find a breath in together. And exhale, super slow and mindful to chair pose. Bend both your knees. Your core is strong the whole way through. Right foot to the earth. Distribute your weight between your 2 feet, and then inhale, lift through heart and hands. This doesn't have to be your deepest chair, just a chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. So again, you can either keep the airplane arms, or you can find the bind behind your back. And if you're choosing to interlace your fingers, once you interlace them, just switch it so it's maybe the opposite of what you had before. Right foot's going to stay grounded, come to left to be toes. So again, this might be your base position, or you have the option to get super strong through your core and flamingo left heel up as your base position. Now notice where like your torso is in space. You're in a proud hinge at your torso, at your chest, yeah? You're just going to keep that like basically as is. As you inhale, just reach your left tippy toes back and find like a little tap to the earth. Again, this might not be like a full lunge. On your exhale, drive your strong right leg to come back to your base position. Same thing, inhale, left foot takes a little tap back. And exhale, base position. This time, going all the way to your high crescent, you might have to reach your left toes a little bit further back in space. And as they land, unclasp your hands, circle so you really stretch wide through your fingers. As you circle, sweep to high crescent, take a big breath in. Exhaling through warrior two. Inhale to reverse your triangle. Release your right side. Exhale dives you into your extended side angle. Let your left hand swim all the way up and overhead. And then inhale to reverse your warrior. Be right knee staying bent this time as you swim your right hand up and back. Good. We'll reconnect in our extended side angle once again. Think about flipping left palm to face the earth. Okay. Rotating through the shoulder. Collarbones are wide across the chest, shoulders out of ears. And you actively extend from crown to tailbone and tailbone to left heel. Take a breath in. And exhale, swim your left hand back. Rotate your gaze. And search for that stretch to the left side of your neck. Reaching through your left fingertips. You can experiment with the angle of your chin. Take a breath. Okay, finding whatever neutral gaze works for your neck. We're going to inhale to reverse triangle, right leg long, right hand scoops up the sky. And your exhale, rotate towards star pose. All 10 toes of the long edge of your mat reaching high. Big breath in, elongate. Exhale, lateral lunge to the left. So think about going back, down, and to the left. Now to rise up, think about pressing your left knee and shin bone back in space. Drive through your left heel to rise back up through center. Breath in. Take it to the right as you exhale. And to really recruit your right seat, think right shin bone presses back in space. Tailbone to the earth, and then push through your right heel to rise. Wide-legged forward fold. Dip down through your center. Take a breath in. Maybe open mouth exhale. Low lunge to the front, bend into your right knee, pivot around. Use an inhale to find your three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. With a breath in, travel to high plank the way that feels good for you. So you can like cat spine forward or just shift forward. Then exhale, slow and controlled all the way to your belly. Untucking your toes. Inhale, low or high cobra. Super strong legs and glutes. And exhale to release. Sphinx pose. Stack your elbows beneath your shoulders. And take a breath here. Just assessing how your body feels. Drawing your low belly towards the back of your body. It's almost like in my body, I think of it less as like navel to spine, more of like actually pulling like, it's probably going to sound weird, but like the skin of my belly from like low ribs to like bowl of pelvis towards the back of my body. Yeah. So it's not just like a navel to spine connection. It's like that pulling in of that whole surface area. Now you can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to tuck our toes, moving through our forearm plank towards dolphin. Breath in. Exhale, lift your hips. Adjust to make sure your elbows are about shoulder width distance apart. If you'd like to go to your dolphin, begin to walk your feet in. So your dolphin is like forearm plank and down dog combined. Knees can bend. See how close you can get your feet towards your elbows. Then imagine you have a block between your upper arm bones. Hug into it. So you're actively squeezing your biceps towards each other. Then push down and forward through your forearms, your elbows. Head is relaxed, but head is lifted off the earth. Take a breath. If you want to find some movement in this, you could inhale to bend your knees kind of like towards a hovering tabletop on your forearms. And exhale, push back into your dolphin. One more time. Maybe inhale towards like a little hovering forearm tabletop. Exhale towards your dolphin. And then take a child's pose for a moment. Maybe sending your arms alongside your body, hands towards your heels, palms flipped up. just to release and relax your shoulders for a breath. We have one more little mini standing layer to kind of revisit some of the things we've started to build. We'll add on a couple options that you can take or leave. We'll have one more opportunity in our dolphin. And in that opportunity, you'll have the option to lift a leg. And this is where that open hip, long leg variation that we've been exploring from our three-legged dog comes into play. When we open our hip, keeping the leg long and squeeze from that outer glute med energy, that's going to help lift our hips higher. And so over time, that gets us closer to the stack of hips over shoulders over elbows to move towards our forearm stance. That is the intention of our three-legged dog variation today. When you're ready, go ahead and make your way to your downward facing dog. If there's anything you need along the way, maybe like a head circle, just to release the neck and traps. Sometimes the traps try to take over. And then finding your way to downward facing dog. We'll inhale, right leg to the sky. Find that same openness to your hip for today. Squeeze from your outer right glute. Your head relaxes as you take a breath out. Preparing with another inhale. We'll step right foot forward, low lunge as we exhale. Cow lunge. Take a big breath in. Drink your inhale in through your nose. And exhale right into our standing split. Push through your right foot, left leg to the sky. Hip can be opened or closed, is up to you. Take a nice big breath in. Option for one Shiva squat if you'd like to. Bend both your knees, sink low into your one-legged squat. And inhale back through your standing splits. Exhaling to chair pose, both knees bend. Take extra care as you step into your strong seat. And the depth of your seat is entirely up to you. I'm going to take a little baby chair. Big breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. If you wanted to find the clasp again, feel free to incorporate that add-on. It's just extra though. Left foot's going to stay on the earth. Find right tippy toes. Or flamingo, right heel to seat. So again, this is our base position. Like before, we're just going to inhale, take a little tap back. So we're basically just keeping the torso in place. Right toes tap back. Exhale, base position, right knee draws forward. Once more like that, we inhale, find a tap back. Exhale, base position. Now this time as we go towards high crescent, maybe breathe into an airplane pose, bound or regular. And then over time, maybe give your airplane a breath or two if you want a little bit more time here. Just super slow, you're going to stretch your right toes back, back, back for your high crescent lunge. As your right toes arrive to the earth, releasing the grip if you have that. Big circle sweep to your high crescent as you inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse your warrior, left hand swimming up and over. We'll meet in our extended side angle. Reach your right hand overhead to the front of the room. Big breath in. An option for your half bind here, so back of the right hand can go to your low back. Or if you can maintain the engagement of front body to back body and scoot your right fingertips to your left hip crease, feel free to do so. Pressing collarbones wide, right shoulder slides back. We don't want to reach for our left hip crease if that's compromising the engagement of our core and therefore putting a compression and unnecessary tension into the low back. If you have to flare your ribcage way open to get there. If that's the case, just bring the back of your right hand to lumbar and keep your front body nice and integrated. Really reach energy through your right foot, your right heel, and then out through the crown of your head. If you want more right oblique, right side core engagement, use your right obliques to kind of pull your heart up a little bit. And you could reach your left hand forward for a breath. And that's extra, extra. Make sure your right shoulder is still opening, collarbones square to the long edge of your yoga mat. From wherever you are, inhale to reverse your triangle. You can keep that half bind if you want. And exhale through star. Take a breath in, really lift and open. Exhale, lateral lunge to the right. Staying low, lateral lunge to the left. Good, and then low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. We'll find our second side, and then we're going to bring it to the earth. So nice and intentional, push into your hands. Three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Open your hip as you exhale. Feel that long line of energy from your left foot to the crown of your head. Strong left outer glute. Super strong core to add more challenge to the outer seat engagement. Big breath in. On exhale, left foot steps forward, low lunge. Right knee dips to hover or tap. Cow lunge, drink that big breath in. And exhale, standing splits. Hip can be opened or closed. So both serve their purpose. Closed hip is a deeper hamstring stretch through the base leg, through your left leg. So that's really good for creating space. When we're trying to get more height, opening the hip will give us that. If you'd like to take that one Shiva squat, bend through your knees. Think about your left knee and shin bone moving energetically back in space as you sink through your booty. Then inhale to extend. Exhaling to our final chair pose. Going to be gentle, be intentional with the transition here. You can take a deep chair, you can take a little baby chair. Big breath in to rest. Exhale, airplane arms, or that intentional clasp behind your back. Perhaps switching the clasp so it's that less intuitive orientation. Right foot stays this time. Finding either left tippy toes or left side flamingo. Feel your base position. Re-engage your core and feel into your breath. Inhale, left toes, take a little tap back. Feel your right heel heavy, right glute strong. Drive through your right foot to exhale back to your base position. Same thing, inhale, tap your left toes back. Exhale, base position. Maybe inhale towards an airplane pose this time. Maybe staying as you exhale. So again, you can take like a full cycle of breath here if you want to. We're going to be going into our high lunge as you're ready. So left toes, take that long step back. Hands to the sky, big breath in. Warrior two, exhale, blossom open. Follow your breath into reverse. Feel the length of your right side. Side angle, or extended side angle rather, as you exhale, swim it forward. And an option to find some time in that half bind. You're just checking in. Can you keep the front body drawing to the back body drawing to front body? Left shoulder presses towards the wall behind us, collarbones open, core strong. If you wanted that extra little bit of oomph through your left side body strength, anchor through your left foot super strong, the pinky edge in particular. Left arch is buoyant. And then use your left side core strength to lift your heart a little bit, and you'll reach your right hand forward from there. Maybe recommit to the lunge through your right side. Check that we're not compressing through the low back, flaring the ribs, pull front body and back body together. But then inhale, reverse your triangle. Tailbone stretches to the earth. Exhale, star pose. Breath in, lengthen, tailbone down, crown of the head tall. Breath out, lateral lunge to the left, bend into your left knee. Maybe staying low this time, you bend into your right knee. And then low lunge to the front of your yoga mat, step into your high plank position. Let's go directly to down dog from here. And then bring your elbows down for your dolphin position. In your dolphin, if you'd like to experiment with that leg lift, use an inhale to lift your right leg to the sky, open your hips, squeeze from your glute. Staying for breath out, keep pushing through your forearms. Squeezing an imaginary block between your biceps, one more inhale. The right foot lowers if you lifted it as you exhale. Finding second side, left leg to the sky, squeeze and open. Check in with the energy and the engagement through your center and your upper body as you take one more breath in. And exhale, left foot down. Take one more inhale in your dolphin. Child's pose. As you exhale, let it go. Closing your eyes down, deep breath through your nose. Cleansing, open mouth, exhale, release. Perfect. Let's make our way through a seat. And go ahead and just scooch forward towards the top of your yoga mat so you have space to lay down. Zip your legs up together. So squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together as you anchor your heels into the earth. Inhale, hands stretch to the ceiling. And exhale, slow, controlled lower to your yoga mat, squeezing through your inner thighs and your center as you descend. Once you arrive to the earth, we're going to bring knees to chest. Let's find our figure four, right ankle on left thigh. Decide if you'd like to land your left foot to your yoga mat, or if you'd like to use your hands to catch the back of your left leg and deepen the stretch. As you flex through your right ankle, you could explore a little sway from side to side here. And take a nice big breath in. Invite your collarbones to melt wide across your chest as you breathe out. Your shoulders sink towards the earth. And start to slide your right leg across your left, finding eagle legs for our twist. So you do not need to cross at your ankles unless that just feels natural in your body. But right thigh on top of left, maybe just zipping the shins together. You can land your left foot to the earth. Scoot your hips to the right a little bit and let your knees fall to the left. Use your left elbow to untuck your left shoulder. And take about 3 cycles of breath here. And over your next breath, or 2 or 3, just as you are ready to transition, be sure to come back through center, squaring up your hips, unwind your legs, perhaps find a little windshield wiper moment before transitioning into your figure four second side. When you're ready, it's going to be your left ankle stacked on top of your right thigh. And then just like before, you choose your depth so you can keep your right foot just grounded, allowing your left knee to open away from your body. Or you can gather that figure four in close, using your bicep strength to facilitate the depth of opening through your left hip. Maybe take a little rock from left to right as you take another breath. I'm starting to navigate towards our eagle leg twist. Perhaps you release your right foot to the earth, let your left thigh slide across. Hips scooch to the left as your knees spill to the right. Again, untuck your right shoulder blade. Let your bones get heavy. You find 3 really slow and intentional breaths. As that moment arrives, that your body gives you the signal to transition, and it feels complete here. Slowly unwind back through center, gathering knees to chest. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees, shoulders out of ears. Reach a deep breath into the back of your heart space. And follow your exhale to begin to release out into your Shavasana. Extend your arms and your legs long. Let your shoulder blades tuck underneath you a little bit so your heart is nice and open. And give yourself permission just to melt into the support of your yoga mat. Again, feeling that sensation of being held. Having this practice that you can lean on and lean into. Where you can show up your humanness, your entire self, every layer of you. As you rest for these last few minutes, just allowing yourself to be in your body as you are. Permission to rest and receive. Sinking deeper with each and every exhale. Take a slow and steady breath in. But then just let the exhale sigh out, let it go. As you feel your body in space, the beauties and imperfections, all that makes you human. We bring one or both hands to the space of your heart. Feel that rhythm of your heartbeat in your chest. Attune to the rise and fall of in-breath and out-breath. And again, just know that your yoga practice is a space to which you can always come and show up as you are, no matter what you are navigating. Your practice doesn't need you to show up perfectly. And it welcomes you in all your different layers and all your humanness. You're taking a deep breath in through your nose, fill up to the top. And then one more open mouth exhale, release. Yoga always offers us a path to compassion, compassion towards each other and towards ourselves, and towards the world around us. And may our practices always serve as our teachers, guiding us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and namaste.